Have you ever truly thought about what you put on your plate? Not just in general, vegetables, spices, your favorite seasonings. But deeper, how do they interact with each other? What happens when they enter your stomach, your blood, your cells? Most of us believe, if a food is healthy, it's always healthy. If a spice is healing, it will always help. But the truth is, even the most powerful natural remedies can lose their strength, or even become harmful, depending on what we combine them with. And today, we're talking about turmeric. Yes, that vibrant yellow spice we add to soups, porridge, tea, sometimes just for health. It's called a natural antibiotic. An anti-inflammatory powerhouse. People take it to ease joint pain, lower blood pressure, support the liver, and improve circulation. This becomes especially important after age 60. When the body doesn't resist aging as actively, and we start seeking gentle yet powerful support. But there's one thing no one really talks about. Turmeric is not a magical powder. It only works when we create the right conditions for it. And today I'll show you 4 foods or meals you might be combining with turmeric every day that completely destroy its healing effects, and sometimes even harm the body on their own. These are the silent enemies on your plate. The ones that make turmeric simply pass through your system without leaving a trace of benefit. And most importantly, at the end of this video, I'll show you one simple method to make sure that after 60, turmeric actually works, for your blood vessels, brain, heart, and joints. Stay until the end. Because today, we're not just talking about a spice. We're talking about how you can transform your health, not with pills, but with your plate. When sweet kills the healing power, why turmeric doesn't work with sugar? It seems harmless. A little honey in warm water, and a pinch of turmeric. Or a golden drink with milk and honey. Or a healthy smoothie, banana, orange, a spoon of yogurt, and turmeric for color. We think, this is healthy. It's inspiring. It's an anti-inflammatory drink. But in reality, it can be a silent bomb for the body after 60. Let me explain why. Sugar, whether from honey, fruit, or store-bought yogurt, causes a sharp spike in blood glucose. And to deal with it, the body releases insulin, triggering a mini-stress response. Turmeric, on the other hand, works to reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and relax the blood vessels. But when you mix it with a source of glucose, your body has to choose what to respond to first, and it always chooses sugar. In this situation, turmeric is not absorbed as a medicine. It either loses its activity or doesn't pass through cellular barriers at all. It's like giving a sedative to someone with a broken leg, instead of setting the bone. And after 60, this becomes more than just about missing benefits, it can actually be harmful. Insulin works more slowly. Blood vessels are more fragile. The liver is overloaded, and sugar fuels microinflammation throughout the body. When combined with turmeric, you lose one of the most powerful natural remedies, and sometimes even worsen inflammation. Especially risky combinations include golden drinks with honey, sweet smoothies with banana plus turmeric, yogurt-based desserts with fruit and turmeric added. What's the right way to use it? If you want turmeric to actually work, take it separately from anything sweet. Combine it with neutral or healthy fats, which I'll talk about later. Or simply mix it into warm water, with a drop of lemon or oil, but no sugar. Turmeric's healing power lies in its purity, not in being mixed into so-called healthy sweets. Because sometimes, what seems good, is actually the most deceptive. Continuing on. And now we'll talk about a combination that at first glance seems traditional, comforting, even healing. But if you're over 60, it may not only cancel out turmeric's benefits, but also place a burden on your body that it no longer has the capacity to recover from. Milk and turmeric, a union that doesn't always work. Some call it golden milk. Warm, slightly spicy, with a touch of honey, cinnamon, maybe some ginger. A beautiful evening drink. Soothing. Warming. And in countless wellness articles, it's recommended as a natural anti-inflammatory remedy without medication. But the truth is, age changes everything. After 60, your body processes proteins, fats, and enzymes differently. And that's where the problem begins. What exactly happens? Milk contains casein, a protein that becomes harder to digest with age. This protein can bind to the active compounds in turmeric, forming what are essentially molecular capsules. As a result, curcumin, the healing component of turmeric, doesn't enter the bloodstream. It just passes right through. And it gets even more critical. Most people use low-fat or store-bought milk. But curcumin is fat-soluble. If there's not enough fat in the drink, it simply won't be absorbed in the intestines. Imagine offering your body a precious healing gift, and it can't even open or receive it. And if you also have lactose intolerance or digestive issues, the milk plus turmeric combo can even lead to bloating, mucosal inflammation, and abdominal discomfort. In that case, turmeric no longer heals, it triggers reactions. So how can you use it correctly? If you enjoy golden milk, just switch the base. Instead of cow's milk, use coconut, almond, or oat milk. Always add a teaspoon of healthy fat like coconut oil or ghee. And skip the honey, especially in hot liquids, high heat destroys enzymes. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you don't feel light and nourished after your golden milk, your body is trying to tell you something. Sometimes, a warm glass of water with turmeric and a drop of oil is far better than trendy, but dead, combinations. And now, the third combination that almost no one talks about, yet it might be the reason you feel worse, even if you're doing everything right. Because now we're not just talking about food, but about how it interacts with medications. Turmeric and medication, when natural interferes with pharmaceutical. Picture someone over 60. They have high blood pressure, take pills. Heart issues, more pills. Maybe something for pain, cholesterol, digestion from time to time. And this same person, taking care of their health, starts adding turmeric. Daily. In drinks. In meals. In capsules. It seems like the perfect combo, medicine plus natural support. But here's the problem. Turmeric activates liver enzymes responsible for cleansing the blood of chemical compounds. Those same enzymes also process and eliminate medications. So, when you consume turmeric with or shortly after taking medication, your liver may speed up or slow down how it breaks down those drugs. The result? Medication becomes less effective. Or worse, the toxic load increases. Blood pressure spikes. Heart rate accelerates. Or new side effects suddenly appear that weren't there before. The scariest part? Most people don't connect it to turmeric. They simply go get another pill. Particularly risky combinations. Turmeric plus blood pressure medications. Turmeric plus anticoagulants, blood thinners. Turmeric plus antibiotics. Turmeric plus statins, cholesterol meds. After 60, the liver doesn't work as quickly. And every mixed signal is like an intersection with no traffic light, no one knows what's coming next. How to take turmeric safely? Always allow at least 3 to 4 hours between turmeric and medication. If you take turmeric in capsule form, check with your doctor first. Choose the purest, simplest form of the spice, not complicated, super blends. Turmeric is wise, but powerful. And it requires respect for everything else already working inside your body. And now, the fourth situation that often appears on the daily plates of people trying to eat healthy. Salads, vegetable stews, roasted eggplants, fresh tomatoes with turmeric, sounds perfect. But here lies an invisible conflict that blocks the healing power of turmeric before it even begins to work. Tomatoes, eggplants, turmeric, and a war inside your body. All of these foods belong to the nightshade family. Tasty, juicy, common. But at the same time, rich in lectins and solanine. These are compounds that, in some people, can trigger microinflammation in the intestinal lining. Especially after 60. When the walls of the gastrointestinal tract are no longer as strong. And gut flora is often weakened due to years of medication, stress, and poor nutrition. So what actually happens? When turmeric enters the body, its main mission is to soothe tissues, reduce inflammation, support cell function. But if lectins are already active in the gut, turmeric is forced to put out another fire, one created by these vegetables. It's like sending a peacemaker into a room, only to find a new battle waiting. This doesn't mean tomatoes or eggplants are harmful by themselves. But in combination with turmeric, they can interfere with absorption, irritate the gut lining, lower turmeric's antioxidant effects. Once again, turmeric loses its strength. And you're left with a colorful meal that brings none of the benefits you expected. How to make it better? Only eat nightshade vegetables after full thermal cooking. If adding turmeric to a dish, pair it with green veggies like kale, cabbage, carrots, or broccoli. And best of all, add turmeric separately, not with raw tomato salads. Because when turmeric works on its own, it heals. But when surrounded by ingredients that ignite inflammation, it's forced to defend, not restore. And now, the most important part. Because all the information about what to avoid is worthless without a clear understanding of what to do right. So let me share a simple ritual with you, one that unlocks the full power of turmeric. Especially after age 60, when the body needs gentle yet deep protection. How to turn turmeric into a true natural longevity remedy. It may seem like just a spice. But the key isn't that you eat it, it's how you prepare it. Turmeric doesn't absorb directly into the body. Its main active compound, curcumin, has very low bioavailability. Which means, most people simply excrete it without absorbing it. But there are 3 keys that unlock its power. 1. Black pepper, activates turmeric. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2000%. Yes, you read that right, 20 times more effective. Without piperine, turmeric is just yellow powder. With it, it becomes an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and immune-supporting ally. Yellow circle, just a pinch of pepper per serving can make all the difference. 2. Fat, without it, turmeric doesn't work. Curcumin is fat-soluble. That means without fat, it simply passes through. So always combine turmeric with olive oil, coconut oil, or flaxseed oil. A bit of ghee, clarified butter. Even avocado works, what matters is having a fatty base. 3. Heat, activates its full properties. Turmeric wakes up with warmth. It doesn't need to be boiled, just gently heated. You can add it to warm water or plant-based milk. Mix it into hot soup or porridge at the end of cooking. Stir it into a warm drink for deeper absorption. Perfect formula, for 1 serving. Half a teaspoon turmeric. A pinch of black pepper. 1 teaspoon fat, oil or ghee. 100 to 150 milliliters warm water or plant-based milk. Stir well and drink on an empty stomach, or add to meals like soups or stews. Warning: avoid mixing it with honey, dairy milk, fruit, or medications. This is meant to be a simple, respectful act of self-care. Because turmeric isn't just a spice, it's a golden key to the protection you've been missing. In summary, what have we learned? Turmeric is powerful, but only in the right environment. Sugar, dairy, medications, and nightshades can cancel its benefits. But with pepper, fat, and warmth, it becomes a natural force against aging. If you've stayed with me until now, you're already one step closer to a body that heals not out of fear, but from love. Leave a comment. How do you usually take turmeric, and what did you learn today that was new to you? Orange heart. And if you don't want to miss more deep, honest stories about natural health, subscribe to the channel. Because here, we don't treat symptoms, we teach the body to live again. Take care of yourself. Your plate is not just food, it's a decision you make every day.